Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Night Owl Lounge.
It's live from Central Illinois. It's Night Owl Lounge.
Live from the tundra.
Tundra?
I don't know, blizzard.
Frozen tundra.
Hope everybody's staying warm and safe. And I know we're supposed to get some more snow and all that fun stuff. But hopefully by Wednesday, I guess we'll be above freezing. So that'll be good. Get rid of those negative numbers.
All right, a heat wave right now. We're at 12. I don't think the wind chill's below zero.
So speaking of which, we got a video for weather. So I'll put that up real quick.
Warning, danger, everyone. My sensors have told me that it's going to be really cold for the foreseeable future. Please remember to take good care of yourself and your pets.
There you go. There's our
cute.
There's our little ad for our weather. I don't know what we are. What are we at right now for temperature?
That's at 12.
12?
Oh, it does say feel like -4. So we are still in the negative digits of the wind chill. Darn it.
Dang it.
Darn it. And Blazer, I would love to have 50 degrees. Gosh darn, I don't know why Montana's so warm this year.
Wow. Well, we like I said last week, we were colder than Alaska, Russia, North Pole. I mean, it's bizarre to think that the wind chill takes you down that low, but everybody else is doing better.
All right. Well, I better scroll all the way back. And
you got some names to read.
Huh?
You got some names to read.
Yeah. We've got Blazer is in the house. Got Brandon, Dragonfly, Amber. Stay warm, Amber. She got a generator.
All right.
All right, Amber.
She got power though? I figured her power would be back on.
She said 3 days was out, so their power is on, but this next storm that's coming too.
All right.
We got Cosmic Joe. We got Sandra. Mad Packs. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We got Roger. Whoop, whoop. Blazer again. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
All right.
Daryl, welcome in. Gemini. Uh-oh. How cold is it up there, Gemini? She's in Michigan. Is Texas warming up, Mad Packs? Rosie. Everything is rosy. I'm glad to see you, Rosie. And Jason Finch, I am caught up. All right. All right.
Sure.
I'm caught up. Next.
I don't know.
I did my job for the night.
That's it. You did your job. You're in charge of the whole show, whether you know it or not. I'm gonna sit back and be co-host tonight.
Ouch. 3 degrees in Michigan. Joe is at 11 degrees. Blazer has goats.
Blazer has goats. It's like a 3-goat winter. Instead of a 3-dog night, it's a 3-goat night. Better bring them in and snuggle.
Roger's at 18, snowing here in East Kentucky. Now, see, the computer says 10, but your little digit thing or whatever on the 24/7 says 12.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, 40 in Texas. Hey, they're warming up. They're getting back to normal with their 60s and 70s.
That's the thing. You gotta be in the warmer temperatures happen for a few days in order to melt that ice, depending on how thick it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, according to our weather, once it gets in the 30s here in a couple of days, it's staying in the 30s. We'll be in t-shirts compared to what we were having for what, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I was still going out doing the the driveway or getting mail or whatever, and in just a sweatshirt, long sleeve shirt and a sweatshirt on top of it, and then my normal like sweatpants. I got tired bundling up. I just went out there and did what we had to do and be done with it.
Well, it's like me with the barn chores. I bundle up, get it done, get everybody fed. Everybody's screaming because I'm leaving, and I'm going, I'm sorry, I can't stay out here and pet you for a while, but just get their food and water and everything done, and I'm back in.
Yep.
I felt bad for the goats and everything, but nobody's been out for probably close to 3 weeks.
Oh no, they've been out before. There was a couple of days we let them out.
Not these last 2.5 weeks or so when it was below zero. So once they get out, they're really going to enjoy it. Clean up the goat poop. I'm not doing that until spring.
Goat poop.
That don't get me in the winter time.
Goat poop.
Be frozen little pellets. So other than that, if anyone lives out east, I'm very sorry. We'll be praying for you. They're supposed to get blasted. First time I've ever heard of, oh shoot, what do they call it, girl? Arctic hurricane?
Yeah, we got a supposedly blizzard hurricane or whatever coming through with the snow and the winds.
So they're calling it a hurricane, but it's like a blizzard Arctic hurricane.
So Gemini's asking about the strange sounds in the fields. So she must have saw your video.
Well, if you haven't seen it, please go look at it. The coyotes around here are very high-pitched screaming, and so is the fox. About a year ago, if you guys remember that coy dog, coy wolf, whatever that thing was that was running around, I think that's what I was hearing howling, which is a lower pitch. Well, I haven't seen that thing for over a year. So when I first heard it, I kind of went, ooh, that is a lower pitch. But then if you listen to the middle, not the beginning when you hear the howls, but you hear this woo, 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 and just weird woo, and just strange sounds. I could not explain it. It wasn't howling anymore. It almost kind of sounded like an owl, but it wasn't an owl. And it was, like I said, it was lower pitch. I know most of the comments said coyotes, coyotes, coyotes. But if you go back and listen to that middle section, which you want me to try to play it? I'll try to play it. See if it'll come through. It did earlier. See, that's the howl part. That whoo. And a quick whoo. That part. I'm going back to that. That woo.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think it sounds like coyotes. Sometimes I think it sounds like owls. Then other times I think, well, maybe it's not either one. I don't know.
It sounded like there was two. I could still kind of hear the howls in the back, but the whoo, I don't know what to say. Except the fact, I'll explain this. This is what came to my mind last night when I was listening to it. How does that go again?
I think they just want you to keep making noises.
Weird sounds. Well,
Yeah.
when I was like in third, maybe fourth grade, somewhere around that age, my grandmother, which was a farmer's wife, she taught me how to do the whistle in your hand. Does anybody know how to do that? I don't, I know you said your brother knew how to do it.
Yeah.
But all last summer when I was outside, I wasn't getting any responses like knocks or whistles or nothing last summer. It was quiet. So all last summer I was doing this sound. Now try to do it. I don't know if it's going to work. So when I heard that part, I went, that almost sounds like what I used to do with my hands, hand whistle check. And so then, like I said at the beginning, it kind of like sounds like the low howls, but in the middle section, when I was hearing the whoo, whoo, all those weird sounds, I kind of went, that's not howling to me. That was something else. But like I said, most of the comments said coyotes.
Right. And you definitely do hear coyotes, or it sounds like coyotes, but it's the weird sounds in between. It's different. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes I thought it was coyotes and owls, and the more I listen to it, I hear those little nuances in there. It doesn't really sound like either one.
And the howl really don't sound like a coyote to me. Like I said, they're high pitch, high screaming and stuff. This kind of reminds me of that coy dog. And I haven't seen anything on the cameras yet, but that coy wolf, coy dog. And then once we got that video of it in our garden, I never saw it. And it's been, I don't think it was or was it 2 years ago?
I don't know.
I'm not quite sure. I have to look on the videos in our section if it was a year ago or 2 years ago. And I haven't really heard a whole bunch of coyotes here lately. I know the foxes are still running around. But yeah, it was just the different sounds. It almost sounded like, oh, it's a pigeon. It's just, yeah.
Spy pigeon.
And our owls don't sound like that either. But when I heard that thing that sounded like I do with my hand and do like a whippoorwill, that just didn't sound like a normal howl. But I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it's not like we can prove one way or another what it is or isn't. We're just wondering what everybody thinks that they think they're hearing.
And the deer weren't concerned. They lifted their heads and looked over there, but they didn't seem like they were concerned with anything. I know Sasquatch do mimic a lot, but I don't know. I mean, we don't have proof.
It's not like if you say it's a coyote or you say it's an owl or you say it's something else. It's not like we can say yes or no. We just know what we think it is, but we're not positive what it is.
Well, if it was a drunk person, it was 8 degrees outside last night, so awfully cold for somebody to be walking the field.
They better snuggle up with Bigfoot or somebody.
Well, you can tell the way the deer were looking. Whatever it was on the edge of the field, over by the second field, way over there. So I don't know.
I don't know either.
Sounds like a screaming goat. Babyfoot, but it did almost sound like there was 2 of them. That one that sounded like the hand whistle sounded like it was a little bit closer, and then the low howls is behind it. I don't know. We don't have any of those, what do you call those machines to pick up if it was an animal or not. I don't know what you call those things that people are doing.
Machines?
Oh, the thing that people kind of go through and they can kind of figure out the frequencies or whatever on it. And
all right, I got you. I think they're using software.
Owls don't court in the rain. It's too wet to who. Hey, Jackie, welcome in. It sounded like a Bigfoot howl to me. Hey, thank you. And the deer may have felt it because I know where different areas on my cameras where the deer lay down, and those are the same areas that I see tree branches and things like that. That's weird. So I think they're comfortable with the Sasquatch around. So I don't know.
I don't know either. It's just strange.
I'm just going by my experience of being here for 21 years, and the coyotes they sound like they're screaming. They don't sound like a howl. They scream and yip and sound like they're drunk.
Drunk coyotes.
And I know what the foxes sound like too. They kind of go yip, 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 yow.
They sound like Go Go Gophers, the cartoon.
And I sent Blazer that video that you and I were talking about earlier. Sent that to him about a week ago. So we know what chickens sound like.
Yeah. Freaky says, wow, you're only 21 years old.
Ooh. Welcome in, Freaky. How cold is it up in Canada? I yell woo woo when doing the woo woo. Woo hoo.
Woohoo.
Joe says, I only scream when I stub my toe.
Oh, we got Robin over there on Rumble.
Robot pigeon. Maybe it was robot grandma.
So just in case anybody is new or hasn't been here the last couple of weeks, we're talking about doing some Rumble Studio podcasts. So we might not be using StreamYard. We're going to experiment with Rumble because Rumble's a lot cheaper. And I think we can go to YouTube and other places. Well, actually, I know we can. But the way StreamYard is set up, Rumble chat won't integrate over into Rumble. So I can't bring anybody's comments in Rumble over and on screen like I can with YouTube. So YouTube, if you're on YouTube, I can bring you up on screen and show whatever. Rumble, I can't do that through StreamYard. So we're thinking about experimenting with Rumble since we do have Rumble. And we are live right now on Rumble, by the way. If anybody would like to go over there and hang out or subscribe to get our Rumble going, we might do Rumble through their studio, then try to stream it over on YouTube to see if the chats will mingle and show up on screen. So we might have some experimenting to do coming up. Now Robin's over here. She's everywhere.
80 degrees today.
What?
Oh my gosh. 83 tomorrow. And then look what's on the opposite side of the country for tomorrow. This is crazy.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, it's from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Mother Nature is bipolar or she's going through menopause.
So if you have heat on the West Coast and freezing on the East Coast, and north is freezing and south is kind of iffy right now, but it's starting to get warmer again. Where's the sweet spot? Where's the line where if you would go right now, it'd be just a perfect temperature?
Hawaii.
Hawaii, they're having volcanoes. Yeah.
The rate things are going, Alaska's probably better.
I don't think you understood what I said.
Oh, there's
Two
a sweet
coasts,
spot there.
north and south, somewhere in the middle is a sweet spot for temperature and weather. Where's it at? Not Hawaii, not Alaska, because that's above north, above the west.
Sweet spot is in the candy store.
The candy store, yeah. Inside, I guess, is a sweet spot.
Blazer said Montana. Joe
Montana.
said hell.
Greenland. Yeah, it's probably nice in Greenland right now. About to get nicer.
It's spandex weather in SoCal.
Wow.
Ah,
So I'm sporting the new Robot Grandma t-shirt tonight.
Robot grandma.
Blazer put the link up in the chat at the very beginning. I think I pinned it, so hopefully everybody can see it. So you can go check out our designs. Jane's wearing her new Chiro Sound logo.
Yep, Gerald made a new design. Let's see what Mad Pack said.
No.
Last time pointed out a sweet spot, I got slapped.
Oh my. Yeah, I guess you gotta be careful on that. You gotta be mindful who your present company is. So there's our store link. So if you guys would like to go check it out and check out our designs and if you don't buy anything, that's fine. I just like to have your guys' input, see what you guys think. I think so far our pictures are coming out pretty nice with Robot Grandma and Bigfoot and all that awesome stuff.
Hey, welcome in, May May.
Hey, May May.
Yep, we're on Fridays now. No more Wednesdays. Everybody voted for Friday. It's a better night for everyone, or most people.
Well, we might, like I said, during the week, we might pop on once in a while just to do. It won't be a night owl lounge. It'll probably be a early evening, or I don't know. Sometimes we just get bored. We might just start popping on and just hanging out. And we're planning on February starting guest spots again, where we're going to bring guests back on. So if you guys know anybody that you'd like to see us interview, or somebody we might not have already had, let us know. Send us an email at midwestnightwatchers@gmail.com, or
we may just come on ourselves and do a subject for that night.
Yeah, might.
I might talk about old maps one night, or we'll talk about frequencies one night. I mean, there's just all kinds of topics that we can just come on and show pictures and stuff. Cathedrals, frequencies, and stained glass windows, all kinds of stuff we can talk about.
Look at that. Robin's buying up all the silver. So what did it drop down to? It was over $100. What's it at now?
I have no idea. I'm not.
How do you know it was going down?
Hey, Tammy. Yeah, I'm just not following it. I think they're doing a lot of this stuff for distractions. I'm trying to figure out what they don't want us to watch.
I don't know. Where you laughing?
I heard a joke about seeing a saucer either before or right after the cut flew by. Debbie, welcome in.
Hi, Debbie.
Welcome in.
So hopefully tonight I got some new stuff, and hopefully you guys will find it interesting. So we'll get into that here in a little bit. But I clicked the wrong button. Let's see. Keep talking while I'm looking.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Jane.
Freaky's trying to take over Blazer's spot as a comedian.
Oh wow! All right, we're gonna have a battle.
And then you got Mad Pax. He pops in once in a while too and says some jokes.
Wow, 120 down to 86. That is a good price.
Wow.
Yeah, you should. Anybody that would have bought silver back when it was really, really cheap, like Robin was saying, $30 and below. I mean, I remember when people were talking about silver a long time ago, and it was like, what, $10, $20. So anyway, Jane had a guest spot in her studio the other day. So Jane had somebody come in as a special guest and over there in the music studio.
You gotta play that again.
So there you go. So we might have to have him back and see. We know sax. He plays the saxophone, Sasquatch. So I didn't know he played the hand drum or handpan.
I love it. You might have to send that to me and I'll play it a few different times and upload it on my channel.
Yeah.
I like to smile. Oh, it's Dorothy.
So we got one more. That's
You did
just a
what?
little. That's just a little bit different. So our good friend Andy Decodes is doing really well with AI videos and stuff. And I was just talking to him this afternoon, and he made those real quick for us. So did an excellent job. So thank you, Andy.
Yep. Thank you, Andy. That was so cute. But it's almost scary what AI can do. So,
Yeah, pan squatch.
pan squatch.
That's a good one. Pan squatch.
Pan squatch. I might have to name it that when I upload it. I just saw somebody, Scott's Life. Welcome in.
Hi, Scott.
Oh, that's just so wild.
Yep.
Thank you, Blazer. If you haven't subscribed to Andy in the UK, he's now back to Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
Yeah, I can't keep up with his schedule changes. He says he's only doing certain days, and the next thing you know, he's back to a full schedule again.
Oh,
so anyway, if anybody wants to share their links, or like I know Amber has a show, Bigfoot Dwarf has a show. If anybody wants to share their links, or if somebody will share other people's links, if you're moderators, go ahead and do that, because we're not opposed to sharing out our friends' pages and YouTube channels or wherever they're at. Maybe we got some famous TikTok stars in here even. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you, Brandon. So far, I don't think we've had anybody say, hey, I miss Wednesdays. Well, Blazer kind of missed it, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess when you're used to us coming on every Wednesday and every Sunday, now all of a sudden we're just Fridays, but we'll be starting up Sundays again. And like I said, maybe we'll pop on during the week, because there's days for us where like we're sitting there, well, hey, nobody's on that we normally watch, so maybe we'll get on. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll here in a couple of weeks we'll schedule something. Maybe it won't even be a Sunday. Maybe we'll do Tuesday night for our other show. We don't know yet.
Tuesday nights.
We don't know. Nobody's on Tuesday night either.
I know. That's what I mean. Sometimes we got people on in the afternoons or at lunchtime, and then all of a sudden we got this big long break. It's like, isn't anybody on tonight?
I can't tell you how many times I get a text from Blazer saying, is anybody on tonight? I'm like, no, not Tuesday. It's boring.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Don't burn the laundry?
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
What?
I'm so bored.
Joe says he only does short videos on YouTube anymore. It gets more views.
That's what a lot of people do. They go to the TikTok or Instagram or Facebook Reels or whatever, or they upload shorts on YouTube, and they're doing well.
I might do that too. Instead of trying to get through a 3-4 minute video, just do like a quick 1 minute rhythm, upload it to a short. Do another quick little rhythm, upload it. It's a good idea. Yeah, like that. Maybe I will upload that as a short. That'd probably go viral.
So we have like one creepy acre. This was a slow week for cryptids,
Wow.
but I do have some other stuff that's cryptid related. I thought I would, man, his 1000th video. Whew,
Wow.
that's a lot of videos.
I'd have to figure out which one I like the best. I think the first or second one I think are my favorites.
I like the second one. Well,
When them
the one with
smiling.
you don't have a logo on your shirt though.
Oh, the second one I don't? Okay. Yeah, because that's actually promoting the hand pan friend from
Maker.
Italy that made my hand
Right.
pans. I like that. I'll send it to him too, and I figure out what I'm going to do with it. I know. I think I did notice one didn't have a logo.
Yeah, I don't know why that one didn't have a logo.
So I got to figure out which ones actually did.
So I don't know. We'll have to see. So I guess we'll read our one creepy acre for the night.
Man, vacation for the cryptids.
Wherever it's at. What's that?
It's a vacation for the cryptids. Nobody wants to show up during this week.
We got other stuff to talk about.
Do a cooking show.
Cooking with cryptids.
Cooking with cryptids.
Yeah, we could have Sasquatch chef come in and
Yeah, I just thought you have a Sasquatch in your kitchen, right? He's got the eggs. He's responsible for opening up the eggs, and he keeps smashing them.
end up getting in a food fight. No, that probably wouldn't even. They should have had that in Harry and the Hendersons, or did they? They had him and Harry and Hendersons doing some messed up stuff with Mothman Monocles instead of Mothman Chronicles.
Mothman Monocles.
I like that.
As soon as it warms up and we get out of town, yeah, we'll probably go up to Princeton and we'll grab our monocles. We haven't had one for a while.
Sasquatch soups. That's pretty good. Squatch
Hey,
soup.
Monica, welcome in. I saw Monica sneak in.
Hi, Monica. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's do a creepy thing. January 29th, 1959. Look at that guy.
Wow.
It's like an octopus with something mixed with something. What would it be mixed with? An octopus with a blimmy? Is that a blimmy puss? I don't know what he would be.
I don't know.
Anyway, this is an image, an article from Creepy Acres. You can find them on Facebook, YouTube, all over the place. We really like their images that they draw or create, and they always tell a cryptid history on certain dates that they happen. So we kind of follow along with it, and so go over to Creepy Acres and subscribe, like, and all that fun stuff, because we want to promote them, because we are sharing or showing their stuff. So that's the least we can do for Creepy Acres, since we're borrowing their story that they've put together. So this says January 29th, 1959, New Richmond, Ohio. The Clearmount County and New Richmond police receive a frantic call from an anonymous man ranting about an indescribable creature he saw emerging from the Ohio River just 4 miles outside of town. The police dismissed it as a prank, but soon receive another call. This time it's from a truck driver who claims that while driving on Kellogg Avenue, crossing the bridge that spans the Little Miami River, which is a tributary of the Ohio River, he too saw a monstrous figure rising from the river. Suddenly, all the street lights along the 4-mile stretch of Kellogg Avenue simultaneously failed. The police investigated but found nothing. For the next 2 days, numerous witnesses called the police to report sightings of a large, shambling nightmare haunting the waterways in the area. The creature is said to be a huge, hulking gray bipedal creature with a lopsided chest, 4 grotesque tentacles, and rolls of fat covering its large, bald head. Then, as suddenly as it began, sightings of the indescribable Octoman. Oh, it's an Octoman. Simply end. To this day, it remains unidentified. I can't believe they're body shaming the poor Octoman, calling him fat and bald, and that's not very nice. So there you go. It's an Octoman. I knew it was like an octopus, but I wasn't sure what else would be. Kind of looks like a blimmy, or his head's kind of down low in his chest.
I bet only his mama thinks he's pretty.
Oh, you're being mean to the cryptids too tonight. What's up with that? That's horrible. Poor cryptids. No wonder they get a bad rap.
Mama says I'm pretty.
Poor cryptids. See, that's why we have problems. Everybody's body shaming and calling cryptids names. They don't let them play in the reindeer games.
And happy early birthday, Monica.
Yeah, happy birthday.
It's next Monday.
Next Monday.
Happy early birthday. Do I have that here? Nah, you're not loud. Never mind.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
We gotta fix that.
I don't think I have it on my side either.
There, I'll let the goat scream happy birthday. There, that's a happy birthday scream.
So let's see, what else do we got?
I have not seen one thing on the camera tonight. No fox, no deer, no nothing, not even a stray cat. And speaking of stray cats, have you seen the yellow guy at all in the mornings?
No, I have not.
I haven't either. Since we had that cold snap, he must have found another place to hunker down. But I haven't seen him, but I've seen the Siamese.
So have you ever heard, or anybody in chat, have you ever heard of during World War II, a bunch of medieval knights came down out of the mountains and fought with the Russians on their side against the Germans?
I don't think I've heard that.
I hadn't either till the other day when I found it. I'm assuming it's real, but you never know these days. But let me bring up. I got a few images and a little bit of a backstory, but I'll bring this up.
You got to question everything these days.
So it says Joseph Menkik, the last knight, he lived in Czechoslovakia until 1945 like a real knight in a castle without electricity or cars. He even attacked German tanks on his horse in full armor during World War II. So these men live up in the mountains in Russia and that area.
That's almost Tartaria area.
Yeah, I know. But supposedly they live up in the mountains and just have their own little society and still go by the old ways, and they still dress up with chainmail and swords and armor and shields and all that good stuff. So supposedly how it went was that they came down out of the mountains and reported to the German army and said, I hear you guys are having a war. So it's like they were ready to report for war and wanted to get involved, I guess.
Hmm. Were they large?
They got their chain mail over their heads and
Was
on
they
their
average
bodies.
sized men?
What's that?
Was they average sized men or were they larger?
No, I think they were average or maybe even
Oh.
on the little smaller side.
All right. Wow.
So they weren't giants or anything like that.
Ouch. Monica's getting 14 inches of snow with this next storm.
Wow.
I hear you guys are supposed to have like hurricane winds with 70, 80 mile an hour winds also. Just unheard of.
So the little story that goes with this says several months after the Russian Empire entered World War One. Oh, World War One. I thought it was World War Two.
Oh, World War One. Okay.
According to one account, a group of Georgian or mountain warriors rode into Tbilisi, dressed in chainmail and carrying shields and swords, and reportedly asked, "Where's the war?" So it's like they just nonchalantly showed up and it's like, "Where's the war at?" So the Khevsurs, Khevsurs, were an autonomous mountain people from Caucasus who wore traditional armor and carried medieval style weapons as symbols of prestige and protection. When World War I broke out, approximately 200,000 Georgians were mobilized to fight the Russian Empire. Fight for the Russian Empire. Early accounts suggest that the Khevsurs viewed themselves as descendants from crusaders and wore crusaders' gear into battle. Through later accounts, disputed this fact, but it's still a thing that comes up when historians talk about World War One.
Blazer's making it sound like there's only 5 of them that came down.
Well, 200,000 from that area was in the Russian army, but only so many of these knights or whatever came down from the mountain. So I don't know exactly. It doesn't really say how many of them came down, but they were included in this 200,000.
And Gemini, you are correct. We got invaded with robins and grackles, and I'm talking thousands of grackles. And I think this storm that was in southern Illinois on down, we got missed. We just got what, half an inch, something like that, an inch. But
Right.
I think all these birds came flying up here to the north this last week, last weekend, and they got out of that ice storm. We've never had robins in January. I think it's because of the storm that happened down south. I mean, there's tons of robins around here. And grackles. I mean, the grackles are eating every single bit of cat food and just scarfing everything down. Ooh, that's interesting. It looks like a hand pan.
It does look like a hand pan, but it's a shield.
Don't you dare use a hand pan as a shield.
They're probably thinking, how dare you take my shield and make it into a hand pan? So anyway, this is just a representation of what they may have been wearing. Kind of reminds me of some of the knights in like Arthur's Round Table and Monty Python's Flying Circus. If anybody's ever saw that movie where the knights are guarding the pathway or their entrance.
See what Dwarf said?
No,
Is that a chastity belt also?
the chastity belt. Oh, well,
Yeah, you can shield with a handpan and then play it at the same time.
it's definitely made to protect your body, depending on what area you're trying to protect.
Oh, Dwarf.
So you see how decorative their sword tops are? I'm assuming that's a horse or a dragon it looks like a horse, but this one here looks like it has ivory or
Yeah, it looks like ivory.
pearl or something, maybe not pearl, but ivory.
Wow.
That reminds me of when we were talking a while ago about how a speculation that maybe knights use the ether for power, that they had gems and crystals and ornaments on the ends of their scepters and their swords that gathered the energy from the ether and was able to use electricity or some sort of beam technology kind of when they're fighting. And this picture kind of shows that.
Instead of a pow pow, it's a zap zap.
That. So I had found this this book, or somebody else found it, and I saw it where they were showing, this was in a manuscript where they were showing the same exact thing, where it looks like knights with swords or getting power from the ether or from the frequencies or something, and able to use their swords like lightning or power coming out of it. And so I thought that was very interesting.
I was just watching the show last night about plasma.
Yeah.
That years ago, they didn't call it that. They called it the ether.
Yeah, they took ether used to be on the chart for all the chemicals and atoms and minerals and all that stuff. Ether used to be on there, and they took it off. So people are wondering, why did they take ether off of the atomic charts?
And so up in the air, they used to call it ether. And then during the late 1800s, quote, quote, again, they changed it to plasma. They got rid of the word ether.
Hi, Harold.
Hey, Harold and Christy. I bet Christy's here somewhere. Hi, Harold and Christy.
Let's see, what other ones do I
Yes,
got?
May, you're correct. There is videos out there that if you look up the knights' helmets and the images, a lot of them aren't made for a human. They're made for like a dog man. They're saying some of these knights were dog men back in the day.
Hi, Corey.
Hi, Corey. And the helmets were shaped for
Yeah, they have that long snout on a lot of the helmets. So here's two knights that look like they're getting power from the ether or plasma. That's
yeah.
a good word. I was saying lightning and energy, but energy and plasma is probably the best words how to describe it.
Is that kind of like the Lord of the Rings when the sword glowed?
Oh,
Didn't it? It glowed when a certain.
yeah, when orcs showed up,
Yeah.
it started to glow.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, that makes sense too. Maybe she's a not just dogman, but reptilians, etc., etc.
So I just thought it was very interesting that we actually had some. I guess World War II would still be considered modern age in the early 1900s. That we had knights coming out of the mountains with swords from their family or their passed down through generations. So, and then I saw that handle, and it reminded me of these pictures of knights being able to use the ether. So it's okay. That's interesting. I wonder if any of theirs, if there's any accounts of them having glowing swords or plasma charges coming off their weaponry.
You said that was World War One, though, right?
That was World War One. I thought I saw where it said World War II, but
Just want to make that correction. Yeah, that was a very interesting study. Maybe one of these.
let's see this first picture. This first picture I showed does say World War II.
Oh, it does. Well, dang it.
So he even attacked German tanks on his horse in full armor during World War II.
Oh, okay.
So the other pictures I showed talks about World War One. So evidently they came down. Evidently there's more than one knight that fought during both wars. Or we had knights fighting in both wars.
Wow.
And this guy was from Czechoslovakia, so he wasn't tied in with those other. This guy looks like he has a Spanish conquistador helmet on more than the other guys that had knights like the Crusaders with chainmail and all that.
He almost looked like a hobbit.
He does look short to me
Yeah.
for some reason. He does look. I don't know how high that wall or that railing is, so maybe he's average height, but he does look short in that picture for some reason. So anyway, I put those two connections together between those plasma fighting knights and the knights coming down to fight war in World War II, which is unusual in itself because you don't really think about crusaders and knights these days. But here, 1940s, early 1900s, we had knights coming out of the mountains to fight.
Makes you wonder if they're still up there.
I'm assuming there's probably descendants still from them. He represented the Lollipop Guild.
Oh, oh, jeez.
Red beard.
Red beard and the freaks. How can you tell from a black and white picture, Dwarf?
I don't think any of them were giants, but doesn't mean there wasn't. I don't know. I don't know how you.
Oh, you guys are on a roll tonight.
So let's see. Here's an article I found that that doesn't go with today's date, but I just found it the other day or this last week, so I thought I'd bring it up since there wasn't much in Creepy Acres this week.
Yeah.
So this says sea serpent has head like a camel and eyes as big as hot cross buns. And I don't know how big hot cross buns are, but they must be big. Are they like cinnamon rolls?
Somebody's got to know, because I've heard they has been bigger than a normal like hamburger bun. So anybody know the difference between hot cross buns back in the old days?
I don't know. So this is
my grandma made any hot cross buns. They must be pretty big.
Yeah. So this is from the Associated Press in Astoria, Oregon, April 17th. The story of a run-in with a sea serpent, which had head like a camel and eyes as big as hot cross buns, was told here Sunday by skipper Chris Anderson and his crew and his halibut schooner Argo. He could have sunk us with a nudge, declared Anderson. His story came not many days after Caddy, famed sea serpent, said to have hanged out around Victoria, BC, was reportedly seen. The skipper said it happened Thursday when he and his men were gathering halibut on the banks of the mouth of the Columbian River. This is Anderson's story. A monster with great staring eyes and a neck 10 feet long suddenly broke water within 10 feet of the Argo's hull. The creature nodded gravely to the fishermen, then it went nonchalantly about its immediate business, which seemed to be that of chewing up 20-pound halibut. Everyone watched just to be sure he wasn't seeing things. Finally, some of the crew members got out a boat hook and was going to punch the monster. However, Anderson, put a stop to it. Then almost as suddenly as it appeared, the monster ducked out of sight. So, I don't know if it was like a Nessie, if it was what kind of sea serpent it actually was, other than it had a head of a camel and hot cross bun eyes. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm still laughing at the hot cross bun jokes.
Hot cross buns.
Mad Pack says no comment on the hot cross buns. Someone said they're the size of like a sweet roll or a cinnamon roll, probably.
Oh.
And that'd be about the same size as a hamburger bun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they got some pretty big cinnamon rolls out there, so I don't know.
Leave it to an Anderson to screw up a party.
An Anderson. So we talked about this guy last week, the werewolf bear or dogman bear, whatever you want to call this thing.
Honey bear.
Well, I know.
Wasn't it? That's what we called it last week, was a honey bear?
The grandma story is that she saw a honey bear. Then I said, well, what if it was something like this? Because I found this story of this cryptid or whatever it is. That was kind of a cross between a bear and a wolf, or a bear and a werewolf, or dogman. So I was just bringing this up to point out that this is what we talked about last week. And this week, I found this picture supposedly came off of a trail cam. So it's not my picture. I have no idea what this thing is. I know what it looks like, but I don't know if it's real or not. So they said this came off of a trail cam. I mean, it looks pretty realistic to me. So I don't know.
The elbows on the front legs are different.
Yep.
Reminds me of more like a goat or a horse.
Right.
That part is where I'm questioning. It does look like it could be up on his two hind legs. But I'm questioning the wrist part or the ankle part or whatever. That I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it could be photoshopped. It could be whatever.
Yeah, a wolf about to pounce. Yeah. Yeah,
so I don't know. I'm not saying it's real, and I'm not saying it's not. I have no idea.
Yeah, the two front legs at the bottom is where I'm questioning that it looks weird.
But it does kind of have the same kind of head-like that the other picture had of the alien that was kind of a bear werewolf-looking thing. It does have the fur on the body, and it looks like it can probably walk on its hind legs. And
I bet AI is going to be getting, even with trail cams to make it look like it's a trail cam too. But
Right.
that's where you can kind of see where it could be AI when you see like blurred things out or something in the picture just don't look right.
Well, if it was moving, if its legs were moving or doing something or getting ready to move, then maybe that's the out of focus part, but I don't know. Well, it's not male. What are you looking at? Well, why do you keep going down to that area all the time looking around? What's up with that?
First chastity belt, now you're looking at that.
What's going on?
Then it's a she-wolf.
A she-wolf.
Oh, dwarf. The eyes wander. I need to know I need to know what's going on down there. Yeah, you couldn't see the bottom of the paws. And you just kind of saw this big, fat, rounded looking.
Well, it could be hooves
feet.
or it's blurry enough, or maybe it just kind of makes it look like it's one all thing, but maybe they have individual. So this next one is supposedly another like trail cam picture or something, but it says the picture was taken from a distance and it's enlarged, thus affecting the picture quality. So there you go. They're explaining the quality on this next picture. This creepy picture of what looks like a massive sized dog man. We wanted to show you this picture that was captured by my mom in the woods with her dogs and kids in the USA. So this guy's obviously from another country, but I found this online, so I thought I'd share it. It says the area wasn't given. So the area wasn't given as it's an area of natural beauty and enjoyed by the people who live in the area. So here is the picture. So the bottom one, they definitely zoomed in, so it's all pixelated more than the top one, but so I don't know. Once again, it's hard to say if anything's real. It kind of almost looks like it has a goat head, not a dog head.
Yes, I almost see like a goatee. Yeah, I'm not familiar with trail cams. Harold and Corey would be the one in chat.
Well, I don't even know if it's the trail cam. It just said the picture was taken, so I assumed a trail cam, but I guess Grandma could have been out there with a regular camera. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was a trail cam. All right.
Well, I'm assuming it's a trail cam, but I don't know. It just the little description only says the picture was taken.
But the other one was a trail cam.
Yes, the other one said trail cam.
Can you get that clear of pictures off of a trail cam?
They have some pretty nice cameras for trail cams these days.
All right. Yeah, I'm not familiar with them.
So I don't know. This one I'm questioning, but you never know. Maybe they're telling the truth. Maybe we're just too judgmental because we're so used to AI and everybody doctoring photos. Maybe it was real. Let's see. Where should we go? All right, let's go to some. These are a little creepy.
Gemini said gopher face. Yeah. Gopher face. You can get clear pictures from a trail cam if the animal don't run. Okay.
So this is supposed to be another trail cam and of a deer. But what is that?
Ew. That looks like a pale crawler.
I don't know what it is.
That looks like a rake, a rake pale crawler thing. Run, deer, run.
So here we have a deer minding its own business.
Wow.
Then out of nowhere, this thing's stalking around. So like I said, I don't know if any of these pictures are real. they seem kind of real, but at the same time, they could be fake. So I'm not vouching for any of them. I just thought they were interesting enough to show.
For entertainment purposes only. Yeah, dwarf, a pale crawler taking a dump.
He does kind of look like he's awful low, unless that's a little rise right there or going down into a little ditch or gully.
I'm surprised dwarf for somebody didn't mention the rack.
Well, he evidently he hasn't been looking at the heads tonight. He's been looking in other areas. So I don't know. It kind of looks legit, but at the same time, this guy kind of looks.
That's weird.
Kind of looks sketchy. I don't know. Maybe it was an apparition. Maybe it wasn't even a real thing. Maybe it was just something that showed up in the IR or the. I do not know.
Wow.
So here's another security cam or trail cam with
Almost
a poor
looks like the same
deer
thing.
along a cornfield, but I don't have any clue on what this is supposed to be back here. Almost looks like a clown up
Almost
here.
looks like the same thing.
This looks like a clown.
Oh, yeah.
Long hair, mustache looking thing. His eyes kind of looks like he has clown makeup on. But I don't know about this. This is like there's another. This looks like the thing that was in the woods.
Nephilim look like clowns.
It's almost like there's two things right there. I'm not really sure.
Well, it gets me. I know it's farther back, but why is the deer so stinking clear?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
mean, the deer's
Zoom in again.
the deer's
I
a
know they
little
say that-
the deer's a little fuzzy.
Well, they say because they're blurry because they're running on a different frequency, and that's why you get blurred. But that's just not clear. Look, even look at the deer butt. I mean, the deer butt's even so clear, and then that gets really weird.
Yeah,
And even
they look like they'd be close enough. They should be in focus.
it does kind of look like two, like you said, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, someone just asked that's the same deer.
I don't think so.
Scarecrow taking a break.
Because there wasn't no cornfield in this one.
No, nobody uses scarecrows anymore.
So this was out in the woods or the edge of the woods. There's no cornfield that we can see. Maybe the cornfield's in front of them. I don't know.
That's wild.
I'm assuming it's not even the same area. Because I didn't get these two pictures at the same site or the same place. It's just I just happened to find them.
Speaking of deer, I haven't seen one tonight except off in the distance.
So I'm not really sure. The deer and the corn look legit and the grass in front, but other than that, I don't know about the creepy guys. I don't know. I would probably tend to lean that this is probably fake.
Maybe it's a scarecrow. But I know they haven't used scarecrows in years.
But like we always say, I mean, it's not my photo. I wasn't there. I didn't see the original. So
zoom in again. Almost looks like dwarf in this mustache.
What?
See? That looks like dwarf. Dwarf, what are you doing out in that cornfield? That looks like dwarf's mustache. That's dwarf. Can't you see the image? That looks like dwarf to me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll mark that one as I don't know.
A
Leaning
willow
towards
wisp.
could be fake. I don't know.
But that willow wisp are more like orb type looking thingies. Is a willow wisp a creature that's kind of big?
Oh,
And
maybe.
welcome in, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
I just hope it doesn't walk backwards. Oh, that was a good one.
So let's see. Where should we go next?
The nights are definitely getting more creepy and weird. Weird, weird.
I thought I downloaded the description on this, but I'll put these two up together. Or I'll these next three pictures go together. And I thought I had a little text that went with them, but I don't see it anywhere, so I must not have loaded it up. So this is supposedly a thermal image of what they caught out in the woods.
Welcome in, Wendell. Wendell. Oh, this thermal
This is thermal.
on a drone.
It looks like it would be a drone.
They got color thermal. I didn't. Now this is something I'm trying to. I have not messaged Dwarf yet. I'm gonna.
Thermal is color, can be black and white, can be green colors, but most of the time they do show either red or orange for hot and blue and other colors for colder.
And yes, Dwarf, I'm going to get a hold of you. I want to know your opinion on the best. Well, anybody in chat, Corey, Harold, anybody. I'm looking to invest in a thermal, something that can zoom and the best that you can, not too expensive, not spending a couple thousand on one. But what's your recommendation on a very good thermal that I can zoom into these trees and check things out?
Possibly have zoom.
Yeah, possibly have zoom that can look on the other side of the field that I can kind of see from a distance. Wow, that's pretty darn good.
So that looks good if it's a real picture. I'm assuming it is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where this picture originally came from. I found it on a Facebook post, but I don't think it was Expedition Bigfoot, but it might have came from there. I don't know. A lot of times I find these pictures and they're not from the original sources. It's from somebody else posting it.
Dwarf says check out AGM.
That's what I was telling you the other night.
All right.
I thought it was AGN, but I don't know. AGM. All right. So this is supposedly tracks that they found in that area.
That looks too clear.
But the feet don't look right to me.
That looks too clear and perfect.
That looks like a human footprint, not a Bigfoot or Sasquatch. To me, anyway. I don't know.
Dwarf, Harold.
But
yeah, thank you. Yeah, Harold says that's too perfect. The toes and everything, every single toe has a dark tip.
And look how close together they are.
And they're almost identical. I'm not buying it. Yeah.
So if we don't think this is real,
it's the same person.
So then it makes you question, is the thermal picture real?
Oh, so it's the same person.
So all three of these pictures are in the same thing. They said they got them from the area.
Yeah, I'm not
So
buying that one at
this
all.
just looks too perfect, and the ball, the foot don't look wide, or I don't know. This doesn't look right to me for all the Sasquatch prints and stuff that we've seen in other people's videos and pictures, and plus there's no big gap between the 2 feet. There should be, I think it should be a wider stance instead of that close together.
Yeah, I'm not buying that one.
So if we're questioning this, then how sure are we about this image then, if it's coming from the same people?
Well, compare that to the trees. If you're looking down, you can kind of compare how tall those trees would be. He don't look, I think should be down more. That looks like it just got planted in an image of trees looking down. See my point? I mean,
Right.
just follow those trees going up.
Right.
He's not matching with the trees.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying,
Yeah.
if we don't think the footprints are real, then
I don't think this is real either.
what attracted me to this whole thing was this thermal, not this.
Okay.
And then this is what they said they also found in that area, which this looks highly suspicious also. I don't know. Doesn't look real. I mean, it may be real, but it doesn't look like it belongs on anything you'd find in the forest.
Mm-mm.
Then this ground cover doesn't match. Well, maybe a little bit of this, but
Someone lost their wig.
Somebody had a bad night.
Yeah, someone lost their wig. That
Hi,
just
Joanne.
don't look right. There's no hair on the ground at all, just on that stick.
Right. And why would a hair be on that stick?
Right.
How would he have snagged that much hair on that stick walking through? So anyway, I think that one's probably not real, just right off the bat.
Oh, wow.
So this next one says that a frozen juvenile sass discovered in 1981 on top of Mount St. Helens after it blew. It's not the Minnesota Iceman, not a fake, not made for a movie. It was real. They got DNA, hair and flesh samples. Then they found 12 other dead sasses in the area, quickly removed them, hid them from the public. A clear, from all angles, pictures that doubters will say is fake, but truly have no proof that it's fake. So having gone through all what they just said makes me think that it is fake, just because of how they worded it.
Same person as the other pictures, huh?
No.
Oh, someone else. All right.
No, these are all different people. So I told you those 3 images were together. So this is a whole different. These are all individual, not related. So they're saying that these are real pictures from Mount St. Helens.
I know they did take a bunch of bodies out during Mount St. Helens. I don't know.
I don't know either. It doesn't. It kind of looks real, but at the same time, it doesn't. It, for whatever reason, doesn't ring true to me.
He's my friend's stepdad. Minnesota Iceman.
Minnesota Iceman. So just for the fact, the way they described it and talked about it, kind of set off red flags for me. But
Roger said it looks like pencil drawing.
Looks like pencil drawing.
This body's been in the freezer for decades. Joanne says it looks real.
Yeah, I don't know. It does kind of look like a drawing.
I've seen some pretty darn good pencil drawings.
I'm not so sure about it. Kind of have my doubts, but at the same time, it kind of looks real.
I knew somebody would say something.
I don't know. You better ask Donnie Cho. Donnie Cho is a pretty much expert on that subject.
Don't look down there, Carol.
I'm not doing it.
I was trying to not laugh during that time. They just had to do it.
So this one says hunter footage shows Bigfoot corpse in Missouri. So it's a separate story. So this goes on to explain the same kind of way. It says, over the years, I've heard theories. Some believe that hunters panic and the hunter panicked and deleted everything after realizing the attention it would bring. Others think that it was contacted by someone who didn't want the footage public. Government agents, private landowners, shadowy figures who prefer Bigfoot to remain a legend. The darker theory suggests the hunter returned to the site and never came back. So they're putting kind of a weird twist on it anyway. So
don't worry, Jason. We know they're fake. We were saying they all pretty much look fake.
Everybody can have their own opinion. I'm telling you how I feel, and some of them I think are kind of sketchy, and the one I definitely think is fake now after looking at it. So yeah, I'm not saying any of these are real.
Yeah, so we're not saying they're real.
So don't get upset with us, or don't. You can voice your own opinion too. That's fine with us.
Got to question everything these days, guys.
So here's this one. So this is supposedly the hunter.
Is it still Mount St. Helens or something else?
No, I told you it's not related. This is in Missouri.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So this has nothing to do with none of these stories have anything to do with each other. These are just ones that I've found, and I thought it'd be fun just to show them. And so his hand on this one. Jeez, I lost the whole thing.
Jason. We're not upset either.
We don't care. Everybody can have their own opinion. We just didn't say any of them were real. We're not pretending that they're real. We're just questioning them, and it's fun to show and talk about. I just want
to make sure you knew that we were saying that they probably are not real. This one, I don't know. This one.
So the hand looks pretty good to me.
Wow.
Can't really see the face on this picture. This one, you kind of see the face. So I don't know. It looks big.
Right.
Definitely taller than this guy. That one's definitely bigger than, it looks like it's supposed to be the same guy. This different picture. Then here's supposedly what his face looks like. So it looks more human, like a wild man or a hairy man or whatever you'd like to call him. So that picture makes me think of what a hairy man or wild man that they describe all the time would look like. I don't know if it necessarily, I would describe that as a Sasquatch or Bigfoot, but the body looks like a Bigfoot or Sasquatch. But if that's actually that right here, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Wow. Yeah, it is the same picture, just flipped. Right.
Yeah, it's just different. It's different color, different lighting. It's the same picture. So that face looks real. But for some reason, this right here, like his chest or shoulder or whatever that's supposed to be, doesn't look like the rest of this. Right here, whatever this is.
Now they're saying it looks like Harry and the Hendersons.
I don't know. It's interesting. This one I can't really tell.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Wow.
So the face definitely looks real. Does it go with that body? I don't know, because you can't really tell. Although you can see there's no hair on the face. But this one, it's got hair really bushy and a beard. This one you can't really tell if he has that or not. Doesn't seem to match. But
yeah, if it's leaning over, is the face looking up? That's
well, they could have took this picture at a different angle just to show his face because the other two pictures doesn't show it. But
yeah.
By the face, it looks male, Bigfoot dwarf. So I don't know about anything else. I don't
know. Yeah, that one looks more realistic than
this one's definitely looks real. But like I said, I can't vouch for any of these pictures, but
they're funny.
They look good. Too much hair.
Even on the Sasquatch, don't even cover the body. Oh, interesting. All right.
What?
It would be too much hair. They actually don't have that much hair and that thick all over.
Yeah, I don't know. I do not know.
You sure
Pretty
it's not
interesting. I couldn't tell you if it's the face looks real. I mean, it looks like a real face. Now, is it a real face of a Sasquatch or a wild man? I can't tell you that either because I've never seen one up close.
Zoom into the hand again. Roger says it looks more like a bear paw.
It does kind of look like a bear paw. The other thing that kind of bothers me is a straight line right here where the hair is.
Right. So where is his long fingers? That just looks kind of like a palm.
Well, he's got like a little nub here and some things going off the ends here. That looks like a gorilla hand to me. It looks like a primate hand. So I don't know. It's probably a mixture. Maybe somebody made this up. Oh, good night, Mad Pax.
Good night, Mad Pax.
So I don't know. Once again, it's probably not real, but I don't really know.
That is true. Yeah, the so-called pictures we've seen. Yeah, there would be more the body hair is thin around the chest area on a real Bigfoot. Yeah, that does look hairy all the way up in the chest.
Well, his arms,
true, right?
His arms folded across his chest. One's all the way out. One's crossed over. So I don't know if we can see his full chest or not, but in this picture, it looks like there isn't any big hair.
All right, zoom into the face of that bottom one again.
The actual
No,
human
I mean,
face?
I'm talking to the bottom left. The one, yeah, zoom in more. Now get rid of the chat. Can you scoot it over or something? I almost see a snout. That almost looks bearish. See it like a snout. That don't match. That don't match the one with just the face. That looks like
right. Because look at the hair. Look at the hairline and his beard. You don't really see that in that other picture. You don't. I don't know if you even see it. Oh, you might see a little hair. You might see beard and hair on this.
Oh, maybe that's a stick or something. It's just I don't know. The head.
I don't know.
The head don't look right compared to the one that's just the head.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just thought they were interesting, and some of them look kind of real, so I thought I'd bring them up tonight. But
oh, they were good. We're all thinking out loud and giving our opinions, and we agree to disagree. And
so, having said that,
wow. We're getting some sex education tonight.
Something. I don't know what's going on with chat. So this is a 2006 Michigan trail cam footage. So this is a video.
Nobody's fighting yet.
Well, nobody should have to fight. You can all disagree on what you think it is, don't think it is. Just throw your ideas out there. And so you ready for this one?
All right.
So this Bigfoot was captured up in Michigan on a trail cam. It's been ran through AI filters, 6 of them now, and it is still saying that it's not AI. Okay, I don't know for sure, y'all. What do you think?
Why would he have such a perfect part on his head?
I don't know, but that picture matches kind of what that face on that other one looked like. It kind of looks like apish, kind of looks human. I don't know.
So this Bigfoot was captured up in Michigan on a trail cam. It's been ran through AI filters, 6 of them now, and it is still saying that it's not AI. Okay, I don't know for sure, y'all. What do you think?
Yeah, play it again. Now Mad Pax says the line between the Bigfoot.
So this Bigfoot was captured up in Michigan on a trail cam. It's been ran through AI filters, 6 of them now, and it is still saying that it's not AI. Okay, I don't know for sure, y'all. What do you think?
I think it's AI. He's got too perfect of a part on top of his head.
Well, sometimes if you look at an ape picture, they have 2 like sides to their head, kind of looking, I think. I'm not saying it's real. I'm just saying, and it, like they're saying that there's not much footage. They just gave us that short little clip. So I don't know if there's more to that.
All right, Harold said they do have a unique head hair like we do. All right.
So I don't know. I just thought it
Gemini
was.
says
I
looks
just
like
thought it
fifth
was.
grades.
I just thought it was a nice, clear video. 2026 in Michigan, supposedly trail cam, and that was somebody else talking about it instead of the originator of the video. So once again, I haven't seen the original. I don't know the people. All I have is this little short clip.
Play it one more time. I want to. Gemini says she
So
thought
this
she saw
Bigfoot
braids.
was captured up in Michigan on a trail cam. It's been ran through AI filters.
I can't zoom in or anything. So
Of them now, and it is still saying that it's not a.
So that's a dark spot on his forehead or the top of its head. So it could be a shadow. It could be two sections of his cranium. I don't know.
AI. Okay, I don't know for sure, y'all. What do you think?
That's what I imagine what a Bigfoot would look like.
So this Bigfoot was captured up in Michigan on a trail cam. It's been ran through AI filters, 6 of them now, and it is still saying that it's not AI.
Yes, I've never seen one close up, but I wouldn't imagine them having beady little eyes. I thought they had bigger eyes than that. That was something else that I picked up. I don't know.
So that looks like a gorilla or an ape as far as the facial features.
Thank you, Harold. That's what I'm picking up. The eyes look small, tiny. And then Harold popped up the comment. Yeah, the eyes look too tiny to me of what the other possible pictures and stuff that I've seen all these years.
So for me, the only problem is I can't tell you if all Bigfoot, all Sasquatch have the same body features, just like humans, just like us, don't have the same. Some people have close eyes, some people have farther apart eyes, some people have wide faces, tall faces. So I can't tell you if Bigfoot or Sasquatch have exactly the same look all the time.
Did they say this was off of a trail cam?
Yes, it did.
Oh, like Doris
The guy
says.
didn't say that. The description said it was a 2026 Michigan trail cam.
Like Doris says, where's the metadata or whatever you just said?
It was blurred out at the bottom. So this was they cropped it out or something when they did the edit.
When you wanted in to prove that it was a trail cam?
I don't know. I guess the important part is watching the image. I don't know. I mean, we always leave our data on it, but
well, like Corey says, the rapid eye blinking gives you away. They don't tend to do that. Usually when they're froze. Plus, some people are cross-eyed. The eyes move really fast.
Okay, I don't know for sure, y'all. What do you think?
so he's saying the same thing as us. I don't know.
Right. I don't know either.
I like it's hard for me to I have an image what I think it should look like in my head from other people's pictures, stories, videos, what I think a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot should look like. But could I tell you by that information what this all looks like?
Polly.
Hi, Polly.
Welcome in, Polly. Good morning. Good morning.
So this Bigfoot was captured up in Michigan on a trail cam. It's been ran through AI filters, 6 of them now, and it is still saying that it's not AI. Okay, I don't know for sure, y'all. What do you think?
I don't know. Sometimes
so this Bigfoot was
sometimes it looks like it. I don't know. Sometimes it looks to me like it's legit, and other times I see something in it, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I've also heard that when they want to stand still, they're not going to blink. They freeze. Just like an owl will just freeze. They don't blink that often. I think the eyes were too teeny tiny.
Wendell sent me a message.
Uh-oh, you got Wendellized or Wendelled, whatever they say.
I don't think Wendell has a picture of me, but I don't know.
Yeah, for the fun of it, we got new people. You might have to pull up one of those videos again. Ask them if it's real or not. I hope Polly mixes pancakes again tonight.
Oh, pancakes. We had a tenderloin tonight.
Half of one.
All right, I think that's all the Bigfoot and stuff.
Polly cakes.
Polly cakes. All right, good night, Jason. Thanks for coming.
Harold said it would stand up straight to move that fast. It was more like acting a human acting more like a gorilla. And good night, Jason.
I mean, all I have really to go by is other people's pictures or videos, especially the Patty film.
Right.
And people question that. So, I mean, I don't really have a reference other than other people's stuff because I have not seen one in the wild or real life. So I know what I think it should look like and how it should act, but that doesn't mean that's how they really are. So I don't know. So if anybody knows, they can tell us what they think it is, but I don't know. So let's do.
Corey says they don't tend to bob their heads when they move.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just having fun. Thank you, Joanne.
Yeah. It's fun to look at, fun to pick apart. Sometimes, like I said, I have no idea if some of them I think are fake, but I don't really know. Just like this last one.
Show them one of our videos we showed earlier and let them see the encounter we had. Do the first or second one.
All right.
Maybe do a poll. All right, so this is our encounter that happened a couple days ago. Is this real or fake? I guess he has a part on top of his head too, doesn't he?
See?
Yeah, he did have a part on. He had a part on his head. All right. Then he's too hairy in his chest also. That was a good point what Harold said. Yeah, they are more bald in their chest area.
Well, if they're human or part human, then yeah, I mean, a lot of us don't have.
Right.
I mean, we have hair on our chest, but not like an ape or some of the apes and primates don't have a lot of hair on their chest either, gorillas and stuff. But
well, that's my point. Some of these pictures and stuff, when they're too hairy, maybe that's something we can point out right away and with AI, because that they're too hairy in the chest area.
So I don't know. I mean, I can only speak for myself, or me and you can only speak for ourselves. I can't necessarily tell you that anything's fake or real, but we can give you our opinions just like you guys can. But you guys probably know more that have actually had sightings. But then again, it depends on how close your sightings were. If they were face to face, if they were so many yards away, if they were across the field. I mean, I have no idea.
I don't have a lot of chestnut in my hair myself.
But I would have to say that if all these photos and videos were real, I wouldn't be just finding them. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica.
I wouldn't just be finding them on Facebook or TikTok or wherever they're coming from. We think you would be seeing them all over on everybody's shows, everybody's. So that kind of gives me doubt.
Mm-hmm. Jessica, were you in chat when you saw our video that we just showed?
Well, the one we just showed wasn't the one we're talking about.
No, the one with our encounter. She just came in unless you missed it. Oh, she's in Alabama tonight getting ready for the event tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for The Vanished, right? The premiere.
Awesome. She missed it. Do it again. We'll play it again. We had an encounter the other night, and boy, did I have fun. That just cracks me up.
Here, I'll play.
That looks so stinking real. Wow.
I don't know. Was it?
Oh.
We questioned those other videos, but here, I'll show the one where he smiles.
I know. I think that's my favorite. The one that he smiles. Oh my goodness, it looks so real. That's what is scary these days.
All right, says Jessica just came in.
Wow.
I think she's still here. I think
Yeah.
she just
Is she still
here. Here is the video that we just showed, and we don't know if it's real, fake. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
So this Bigfoot was captured up in Michigan on a trail cam. It's been ran through AI filters, 6 of them now, and it is still saying that it's not AI. Okay, I don't know for sure, y'all. What do you think?
So what do you think, Jessica? Yeah, show it again.
So this Bigfoot was captured up in Michigan on a trail cam. It's been ran through AI filters, 6 of them now, and it is still saying that it's not AI. Okay, I don't know for sure, y'all. What do you think?
You know how many people are going to come out and say it's been run through AI filters? Well, prove that.
A
Show
lot
us
of people say that, but so I don't know.
Like Corey said, like Harold said, they twist at the waist because they really don't have a neck. If you watch the Patty film, she twists at her waist to look back. Oh, okay. Show it one more time then. I want to see that. Run it through a coffee filter? Filter.
So this Bigfoot was captured up in Michigan on a trail cam. It's been ran through AI filters, 6 of them now, and it is still saying that it's not AI. Okay, I don't know for sure.
I
Yeah,
don't
what
see
do
him
you
really
think?
turn his head.
How do you know the AI filters are legit?
Well, obviously AI is the ones that are trying to detect whether it's AI or not. So
Now,
I guess Jessica's not saying, or she
Jessica, you
left.
still here? A tiger.
I don't know.
I still question those eyes. Hi, Tanya. Yeah, like Polly says, it's blinking so much it don't look natural. Just reading body language.
Right. Like I said, I've never seen one up close and personal, so I really can't tell you. All I know is what I think it should look like.
I automatically assumed it's AI at that point, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
we questioned the eyes blinking. The eyes look tiny. The eyes look close together. It looks AI to us.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm assuming it's probably AI, but
Yeah, as she says, likely not real.
so I don't know. Don't know.
Doggone AI, it's going to ruin our podcast. Can't show anything anymore.
Well, we can
I tell
show
you
them.
what, I did play handpan with the Sasquatch the other day. You guys got to believe me.
Yeah. What if it's Bigfoot mimicking to be like AI, so you think it's not real?
Oh, jeez.
Huh? What do you think of that?
Oh, I like to see somebody put a video in one of these AI things, show it on film that it comes up that says it's not AI. So you have to ask AI if it's AI?
Well, AI is the one that's doing the AI detecting. It's not a human.
So how are we supposed to believe that?
I don't know.
Not even insects blink like that. That's weird. That fat raccoon could be AI.
Could be.
Mimicking AI.
Could be.
And we just have to walk and act like we're AI and they'll never know it's real. Those are really good. Makes you think, makes everybody point things out, what they're seeing.
Well, here's the thing. If I'm videotaping or our security camera picks up Bigfoot, clear picture, you can see all of its features and how it moves.
No one's going to believe us.
No one's going to believe it.
Right. Right.
Robot Bigfoot. Yep. Could be. So, I mean, you could have the clearest picture, and if it's so clear and so perfect, everybody's going to think it's AI or generated.
Right.
If it doesn't look like what they think Bigfoot or Sasquatch should look, just like we are doing or I'm doing, if I don't think it looks like what I think a Sasquatch or Bigfoot should look like, or a wild man, or
Jessica's AI.
Jessica's AI. I mean, it's going to be so incredibly hard for any of us to believe, unless we were there, unless we were firsthand eyewitnesses, unless it's our video. But then nobody else will probably believe you unless they know you're an honest and true person and have never lied about anything.
Well, to give you an example, who actually listened to the whole video that we uploaded today? Did they listen to the beginning and just hear the howls and then stop and made a comment? Or did they hear the strange woo, 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 the weird woo You know, things like that that did not sound like a coyote. You know, same thing. You know, did they just hear the beginning, or did they actually listen to the whole video and hear all the different weird, strange sounds that did not sound like a coyote? Don't know.
So I don't know either. Blazer says it wasn't real because it didn't have spandex on.
They have blinked too much. No spandex. Thank you, dwarf. So you heard the weird woo woo and the weird things. Robot coyote.
Hi, Tanya. Yeah, I think it's skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely AI. But can we ever really be sure? I mean, we can just write it off and say it's AI, but what if it was real? I don't know. Harold said he thought it was a mimic.
Like a mimic. Thank you.
A robot chicken. I got robot grandma on tonight.
Mm. Robot grandma.
Robot grandma.
Yeah, just like my point earlier, the coyotes around here sound like drunk, screaming, crazy ladies. I mean, they're high pitched. And even the fox, when it yips and yowls, it's very high pitched. This thing reminds me of that possible coy dog, coy wolf, or whatever we had a year ago. They had that low howl.
Right.
And then when it got the other part of the twirling and whatever you want to call it, that was not normal. I don't know. It was trying to draw in the deer. They didn't seem like they were bothered. They just looked up and went, "Oh, shut up, dude." And they went back to getting their corn. They didn't seem startled at all. And then I was watching other ones on a different camera laying down over there by the trees. They just kind of looked up and looked over there, but none of them stood up and got startled.
So I got another subject that we can. Oh, it's almost midnight already. I didn't know we were on for 2 hours already.
Wow.
So I got another
halfway through.
Halfway through. I found so much stuff this week that I could not get it all uploaded for tonight.
You're gonna have to save some for next week.
Seriously, I mean, I didn't even know how to process all the stuff that I found. I couldn't even decide what categories to put some of it in. So it'll probably have to be a part 2.
Thank you, Corey and Harold. I agree, because that's usually you don't hear one coyote also, and a lot of times they're in a pack around here, but I haven't heard them in months. I think we only heard them one time this last summer too. So I don't know. I like you said that, you know, the pitch is different, and I didn't hear any echoing. It sounded like it was awfully close too.
So since we're almost at midnight for us anyway, and it's been 2 hours into the show, I thought I'd play this for a midnight reminder. There you go.
Beautiful clock. Wow.
And then
I'd have it go off at 4:20.
420. I could probably find a 420 one. And then if you weren't in here earlier about our service announcement for the East Coast and for Midwest, I'll play that again.
Warning, danger, everyone. My sensors have told me that it's going to be really cold for the foreseeable future. Please remember to take good care of yourself and your pets.
So there you go. There's our service announcement for the night. So this next thing I found
Dum dum dum.
has to do with the World's Fair in Chicago again.
Ooh.
So we've done several shows on our own show, on other people's shows about the Tartarian and Chicago's World's Fair and all the Tartarian and architecture.
It's okay, Polly.
What's that?
She's trying to find a video and she can't find it. She'll send it later.
All right. So here is a picture from 1939 in Illinois.
1939.
1939. So this is several years after 1893 when the Chicago World's Fair. So here's a post office in 1939. So that doesn't look right as far as architecture. If they are able to build the World's Fair,
50 years later.
this is a federal building.
50 years later after the World's Fair. Wow.
Here's 1939 in Bush, Illinois. Look at the houses and the roads. And
don't trees ever grow? Why are they always the same size?
I don't know. So here's in Gallatin County, Illinois, 1939. So here we have obviously a farmer or got horses and probably buggies, and so this is what is still going on in 1939, and we're supposed to believe that they carried in all that blocks and bricks and marble and statues and all that stuff with horses, and
their wheels aren't even that sturdy on those things.
So I just thought I'd bring that up. Some more relevant or closer to our time, or close enough that, okay, why weren't people's houses better in 1939? Of course, that could have been a rural area that wasn't developed very well. Sure. Could have been. But I guarantee if you went in our town in 1939, there probably really wasn't very much going on as far as beautiful houses and stuff like that, other than wood houses and maybe some brick. But so let's go through some of the other pictures that go along with the reason I brought this up.
So this is 50 years earlier.
So 1893, Chicago's World's Fair. This building,
Jeez,
could fit all 32 NFL teams could play simultaneously with plenty of room for fans in this building. So you could have 32 football stadiums inside this building, this one building at the Chicago World's Fair. But we're supposed to believe that they built this and brought all this stuff in with
Exactly.
carriages and horses.
I've heard channels that actually contact these places, try to get blueprints and stuff. They don't have blueprints, nothing.
No, all they have is remodel
Mhm.
information, and like they were just updating what was already there. They don't have the original blueprints or records or anything.
That's crazy.
Well,
Having
this
that.
was at the time that they only had hand saws, axes to cut the trees down, and the wagons that could only hold a cubic yard of stuff or staff. So staff is like on our old walls where you'd put the boards behind the plaster.
And you got a granite sphere behind you that was your mother's, and that thing is heavy.
Right.
How can you have giant pillars like that, get them up, let alone carved through stone, perfect carvings? I'm sorry. Two men a donkey did not do it. Two men in a wagon. Is that what you said that one night?
Yeah, 2 men in a wagon,
men in a
instead of
wagon.
2 men in a van or truck.
Donkey Incorporated.
So the fair's 6 months attendance was 27 million. And at this time, the U.S. population was only 66.4 million. So almost half of the U.S. went to the Chicago World's Fair.
Yeah, it was packed out when you saw how many people was
Or
there.
unless it came from other countries. But you know how long it takes you to travel?
Huh. You think about it, it was probably before they gathered everybody up and threw them in the insane asylums. That's why there's so many people back then. And then all of a sudden they got thrown in the insane asylums. So there's no way they built that. No way. Sorry. That would be impossible.
So there was only 18 cities in the U.S. that were larger than the fair's daily attendance. So the population of most U.S. places didn't even have the number of what the daily attendance at the World's Fair was.
Corey, have you ever checked out My Lunch Break on YouTube? He will give you details and facts on how many years they claim that it took. A couple years.
Chicago was 1 year to plan it, 1 year to build it. So they said they had this all done in 2 years, but the first year was all planning.
So almost all these 1800s, even the cathedral, stained glass, pipe organs, all that stuff, they're claiming that they built all that within years, sometimes 2 years. And My Lunch Break breaks all this stuff down. My Lunch Break is a really good channel of all these buildings. He goes into the details and the facts.
So only 18 cities in the U.S. were larger than the fair's daily attendance.
Wow.
So the World's Fair at the time took 2 weeks to travel from the United Kingdom to Chicago.
Repeat that.
So at the time of the World's Fair, it would take you 2 weeks to travel from the United Kingdom to Chicago.
Wow. And you know how expensive that would be also?
Well, that's brought up in one of these slides also.
Wow. Oh, that one's stunning.
So here, this says you could build 27,000 family homes with the money spent to build the World's Fair.
Well, that's another thing that John Levi and My Lunch Break, they bring this up, that some of these massive places were built during the Depression. And it would have costed a lot. Wow.
So it just seems weird that all the money they spent in 1893 when the U.S. was fairly new, especially out the Midwest and beyond, to create something like this and spend that much money.
Oh my gosh.
So you could park 50,000 modern cars inside this fair's buildings. Inside the fair buildings, you could park 50,000 cars, full-size cars.
Yes, I agree, Robin. I watched Donut Factory also. Tommy Truthful's another good one. Don't tell me they carved all that stuff out without no mistakes.
So the trip cost more than the average person made in a year in the United Kingdom.
Oh
So
my!
it took you 2 weeks to get there,
Wow.
and to book that voyage would cost more than you would make in a year. So that, to me, that rules out almost everybody that wasn't in the U.S. to go to the World's Fair. To have 27 million show up.
Yeah, that's not. There's not that many royalty rich people back then. Wow. Yeah, that's right, May. These old pictures, they white out the skies.
Yes, they do. It had electricity at the time. Only 2% of the U.S. had electricity. So you probably had it in New York and some of the bigger cities that were already starting to get developed. But only 2% of the population, which would be hardly nobody, so it'd probably be the Rockefellers and people like that, had electricity.
The show that I watched last night said that they're expecting or suspecting that they had free energy until that big solar flare that caused a Carrington event wiped out all the grids. And then after that, they had no electricity for quite a few years.
I don't think I uploaded it, but I found a lot of pictures today of trolleys being pulled by horses on rails. So that gives the impression that, okay, these were electrified, these were somehow getting energy,
and they don't work anymore.
When we got them or discovered them, we didn't know how they worked or how to power them, so they used horses to pull them around town on rails that were already there. That's another story, but I should have uploaded those pictures, but I didn't.
Just look like pictures of the trains, like Abraham Lincoln's train. If you Google the pictures, there's no way they built trains back then. They found them and dug out the railway, and they figured out how to run them. There's no way they built those magnificent, stunning trains in the early 1500s. Have you seen the church in Santa Fe in New Mexico? Is that the one that has the one staircase that's made out of solid wood? I think that's probably what you're talking about, that they can't explain how that staircase was made.
So here, this says they had running water at the time when only 10 or 15% of the U.S. had running water.
I think my lunch breaks, one of his last videos was most of these buildings did not have bathrooms.
Yeah.
And there's reasons for it. If you really want to go down that rabbit hole, there is reasons why there's no toilets in these buildings. Oh, man. Look at the peoples.
So it says, according to the size and the amount of buildings, it would take 100,000 mature trees and around 120,000 cubic yards of staff. And that's what we were talking about that earlier, that it says one wagon could only hold X amount of cubic yards of staff. So there's no way you could haul 120,000. You know how many horses and carts it would take to haul 120,000 cubic feet, and let alone chop down and make boards out of 100,000 mature trees? Less you chop down Devil's Tower.
There's more and more people that are realizing that those were giant trees now. More people are starting to believe that now.
So this is the same slide, but different view. About 18 cities were only larger than the fair's daily attendance, but this is a different picture, so I thought I'd put it in.
Man, that place is massive.
I did it again.
Wow.
So it says people traveling to the fair did not have automobiles, as there was only 15 in the U.S. at the time this fair was
What?
going on.
I thought automobiles were early 1900s.
This is 1893.
Right. So I thought automobiles were not until early 1900s, which is past the World's Fair.
But there were steam cars. There was
All right.
There was even electric cars. But there was only, this says there was only 15 automobiles in the whole U.S. at the time that this fair went on. So it's not like somebody took public transportation or Joe Smo in Illinois or Ohio or
Greyhound bus.
had a car that could just pack the family and go to the World's Fair.
May, hold on. Are you talking about all the resets? I think people in our, all right. I want to bring the attention to some here, guys. There was at least 6 to 8 resets. We've talked about that. Yeah, we know there's many resets through the 1st century to the 12th century, the 13th to 16th century, and then another reset again, the 17, 1800s. Right. Yeah, most people in this community are definitely aware of resets, and they're planning another one. It's obvious.
We've talked about that.
Yep.
A lot of times.
There's been quite a few resets. Wow, those pillars. I mean, look how tall those pillars are compared to those people.
Yep.
They didn't have any accidents of tipping them up and getting them up there. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Zoom into the little triangle area where it has carved out people. Absolutely perfect with no mistakes.
So what if those were real people and they just covered them up with plaster?
And you got to realize if these were giants have fat fingers, guys. How are they supposed to get in there and make these tiny little details? Giants have big fat fingers.
Well, that's another speculation, just like the pyramids and all the temples that, okay, what if man carved these statues or something carved these statues, then the giants put them in place?
What's on the very, very top? Is that a Cupid? Looks like something with an arrow.
Yeah, it looks like a Cupid.
That's interesting.
I think that's the last one for that. I just thought those were interesting facts that somebody brought up. So here is from a book about the World's Columbian Exposition, 1893 in Chicago. And in this book and in other pictures, you can find the pictures online. I think I might even have them in another folder. Don't zoom in too close. Dwarf didn't want to see their private parts, I guess. No.
Oh, dwarf.
So this brings up the fact about the electricity. It says, ask yourself, why would Western Electric Company have an exhibit on Egyptian temple with Egyptian matings from the time of Ramses II operating a telephone switchboard and men from the same period laying telegraph lines in the 1893 World's Fair? So you can find this picture online. And right here they have the girl dressed up as an Egyptian working on a telephone system. So it's like, why would you have in a World's Fair that is basically looks like Greece or Rome, but inside the exhibit you have an Egyptian temple or pyramid? showing off electricity. So is this telling you that the Egyptians really did have power and electricity in the day? So the yellow text says the next prominent exhibit in the building is that of the Western Electric Company of Chicago, immediately to the east of the main south entrance. This company has 3 pavilions, one an Egyptian temple, paneled on the outside most uniquely with Egyptian figures and groups associated with electricity. For instance, there is a group of Egyptian maidens at the time of Ramses II operating a telephone board, and another group of men in the same period laying telephone lines. So they trying to tell us that Egyptians had electricity, because we've shown those pictures of the batteries and the big bulb thing that looks like it has an eel or a electric beam going through the middle of it, like it was a power source or some kind of.
Mm-hmm. Let alone the incubator babies they had back then too.
Yeah. So this is just for fun. Let me see.
Wendell says architects found batteries in the pyramids that were still charged.
Right. So during the World's Fairs, Chicago included, they had it's almost like Epcot, where they had people in different civilizations, or they had the worlds, or like this is Egypt, this is Italy, Rome, France. They had their own little pavilions and places that you would go to. Well, they had that for Native Americans. Also was one of the groups that were there. And this is a short video. So I like the pictures and images, but I also like reading the names. Some of them are really.
Mm-hmm.
Holy rabbit.
Holy rabbit.
Poor dog.
Chief Mountain.
Dust maker.
Little
Three
Chief.
fingers. So I can play that again if you guys want me to.
That was cool.
But this one has more names in it. And there's one in particular that I really like, and see if you guys can point it out and see what the one name that stood out to me.
Six Toes.
Six Toes.
Wonder if he had 6 toes. Freckled face?
Touch the cloud again. 6 Toes again.
Wonder why he was named 6 Toes. Unless he killed a bunch of giants.
I don't know.
Gentle bird. He had a normal name.
Right.
John Williams, Chief Wolf Robe.
Well, in the 1855 Bigfoot War with the Native Americans, the one family that was Native American had a normal, what you would consider a U.S. name. So it wasn't uncommon for them to have normal names or what we would consider normal. But
Yeah, and some had Spanish names.
so the question is,
Hmm.
and you said it just like I did, why was Six Toes?
Either
I
he
wish they
had
would have had. I wish they
toes-
would have had a picture of his toes.
Yeah, either he had 6 toes or he killed a bunch of them, and he was named that because he was the top dog to kill all the 6-toed giants. I don't know. 6 toes. Hmm.
So I don't know. Did he have giant lineage in his DNA where he had 6 toes? Did anybody else in his family have 6 toes? Because you can still find people today with 6 fingers and 6 toes on each hand and foot. So I just thought that was I really like the images. I like native. I know you do too.
Mhm.
Especially these old images when you really see what they really wore and what they looked like in the early West or wherever they were from in the U.S. And I really liked their names, but this one really stuck out to me when it said 6 toes.
Giant bloodline.
Very well could be.
Hmm. Neat old pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, I like old pictures, old maps. Trying to see what else do we have.
Daryl said there's some mountain range somewhere where people had 6 toes and 6 fingers and they were not giants. Yeah, I think it's in the
Oh,
genetics, DNA, the mixed splicing of the DNA. Is that why
well,
Esau?
just like people these days, you could have 6 toes and 6 fingers and not be a giant, but doesn't mean you don't have the traits or the DNA of a giant line somewhere down the lines of your family. Try to see if there's anything else I uploaded for tonight and I haven't.
Where is all the animals?
Did we show our video yet from that you posted?
Which one? I had the Northern Lights recently. I had the raccoon pigging out, and then I did the strange sounds from the field.
Right.
I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Oh, yeah, that one.
So Jane stayed up late one night and captured the northern lights on our video camera, our new night color.
They were so pretty that night.
Very pretty.
That's just wild how it shoots at beams like that. Now it really gets green down below. It's so pretty.
Yeah, I really like this camera.
Good night, Daryl.
Night, Daryl. Thanks for coming.
I'm glad you had fun. Man, the pretty colors.
Yeah, it really showed up well. Had lots of colors. I was really impressed.
And then it disappeared, and then it would shoot up again. So I hit another video, and then it disappeared, and then it shot up again. That was a fun night. Getting ready to go to bed, and I ended up staying up till 5:30 in the morning. It was right about 4 in the morning when it started. So all those were like within that hour and a half. And kept shooting up and then disappearing. And I went, okay, maybe I can go to bed. And then all of a sudden it got glowy and shot up again. So it was worth staying up.
So we talked last week about let's see.
This is really weird. I'm not even seeing a fox tonight. Everything is gone tonight. And last night was when we got the weird sounds. So something up in the neighborhood.
So we talked last week. There might be something going on. Who knows what's going on in the neighborhood?
I haven't even seen a fox. There's been nothing. There's no deer laying over here by the trees. There's no eyeball sign. Nothing tonight. This is not normal. Oh, that's still so pretty. I love that picture.
So February 1st, which is this coming up, we have the full snow moon or the cold moon, February 1st, 2026, which fit us pretty well here coming up, that we've had minus 30 degrees wind chill. So the snow moon and the cold moon kind of fit us. Then last week we also mentioned
So that's tomorrow night then, huh?
yeah, the first.
Yeah, because we're officially the 31st. Where did January go? Wow, last day in January.
So we had the wolf moon, which was January 3rd. So we're past that one.
Oh.
Then we talked about the blood moon coming up.
We got an eclipse coming up too. February or March, something like that.
Well, the blood moon is the eclipse.
Okay, yeah, all right.
March 3rd.
Yep. That's what they're talking about. I've been hearing that on podcasts.
So it's going to be visible by 2.5 billion people. So it's going to be in the U.S. and other countries is going to be able to see it also.
Wow. And yes,
so we
it
talked
was.
about that last week.
Wow.
And I found this to go along with that so we can kind of keep track of what's going on. So here's the eclipses. February 17th, Ring of Fire eclipse. March 3rd, Blood Moon eclipse.
It's the Ring of Fire is that podcast I was watching. They're talking about the Ring of Fire coming up. Yeah, it's February 17th. All right.
March 12th, total solar eclipse.
Oh.
August 12th. Now, August 12th has been coming up a lot in a lot of people's shows. The total
There is a total solar eclipse on August 12th. Oh. And I haven't heard anything new on that, have you?
No, I haven't. But a lot of people have been talking about August 12th as a date for some reason. And I don't know if it's because of the eclipse or something else weird going on.
Seems like we're just here for the possum drop.
So then August 28th is a deep partial lunar eclipse, whatever deep partial. I know partial what it means, but why deep?
Isn't that more
Why'd they
than
say
normal?
deep?
Isn't this
What?
more than normal that we get per year?
I don't know.
Corey, people are seeing 2 moons now. It's on TikTok and stuff, and I guess they are saying there's a planet or something that's going to look like a moon. So for a while, we're going to have 2 moons. So people have been going outside and catching both moons at night. I haven't done it yet because it's way too cold.
So the same type of channels are saying we're going to have 2 suns visible also.
So if we end up having 2 suns and 2 moons.
So we're going to have our sun. And then there's going to be another sun that's either another planet far away or whatever is supposed to look like a sun.
Deer. Oh, there's 4 of them. Deer. Let me move the one camera out. The garden camera would probably be better because the full moon is so bright you cannot see the color of the deer the last couple nights. It's too bright out there. Let me go move this over just a little bit. Yeah, they're finally here. Man, took them a while. It's 12:30.
Yeah.
Wow, it took them a while. I counted, I normally count around 15 because I think they're hanging out in the trees down there by the Illinois River. And then right at dusk, you see them crossing about 5 fields. And I usually count about 15, 16, but the other night I finally counted 20 of them. But they don't all stay together. They scatter out. I think they have different herds and they stay in different spots. You see where the birdhouse is and the 3 lights, a lot of them go over there in that direction. And some of them go to the other different trees. But man, they're finally here. What took you guys so long? That don't look clear either for some reason. Let me just zoom in.
So if we showed that video,
You want me to zoom back up?
how would you know it's real? Like our Bigfoot, we're showing the Bigfoot videos.
So how can we prove that this is not AI, that these deer are not just fake AI? I know. I mean, you can't believe anything these days. That's just wild.
Because even our security cameras that we're showing right now, just like Jane was going messing with to get it to come in, not be fuzzy to focus right. I mean, if we was to show that, then people would say, "Oh, look at that! It's all fuzzy. It's got to be AI."
Where'd the 4th one go? He must still
be out in the field, isn't it?
Yeah, he must still be standing out there in the field. I don't know how much is left. Those grackles, we got invaded by thousands of grackles. They've been scarfing down all the deer corn and everything. There should still be some out there. I mean, there's still some apples out there. And really not that cold tonight with them hunkering down for several hours. Well, at least they showed up finally.
Yeah.
And so far, the big bucks still have their antlers. There's one that has tiny little antlers. He lost one, but the ones with the real big giant antlers have not lost them yet. As soon as I see they're gone, we get warm days coming up, I want to go antler hunting. Even if I find a tiny one, I'd be happy, doggone it.
How much is left after the grackles were here?
I'm not sure. I didn't walk out there tonight. There was quite a few corn cobs left. There's some apples, and then there's some that are just scattered on the ground. Ooh, what are you watching?
Yeah, he's paying attention. She's paying attention to something.
Well, I'm watching that. The field cam. Don't see any more deer coming up.
This acting spooked about something.
There's goats awake, but they're not on the wood making noise or anything.
Look at it. It's still looking. Maybe it's hearing the goats.
Well, they're just eating. They're not really running around making noise. He's kind of looking behind the barn. I don't see any more deer coming up because I'm watching the field cam.
That one's real nervous. Now, does that look fake?
Yeah. I mean, you can't tell with AI anymore. That's horrible.
So when they're standing still, not moving, they look fake.
Just like all those videos of people finding these animals that are frozen to death standing up. How do you not know they're taxidermy animals and they're faking it? I mean, just because you have a timer on there showing the clock, AI could easily put that in videos too. Now, if you want, I can go outside right now and scare them off. That would prove it. And then I can go to the camera and wave, but then you'd say I'm AI. Yeah, we got to get rid of the full moon. You can't see them really that good on the night color when it's so bright. They look like dark shadows. That really looks fake with the dark shadows.
Robin says it doesn't look fake. I just thought for a second there when I just had it zoomed in on them and they were just side by side, they looked like they were fake all of a sudden.
Maybe the fourth one went behind the barn. Maybe that's what it was looking at. Well, they've made a mess in that snow, haven't they? Yeah, there's still some apples down there. Look, I still see some corn cobs that has corn on it. All right, everyone's saying it don't look fake. So
just for that brief moment when they were both, when I zoomed in, they were all just standing still. That for some reason it just kind of looked blurry and almost fake to me, even though I know this is our live feed from our camera. Stealing goat food.
I smell goat treats. Where is it? I told Blazer every time I go out there and give him some of those goat treats that attack me, like, I know what you got, Mom. Give me some.
Oh, Bigfoot Dwarf said not deers.
You never know. I question some of these animals I see if they're Sasquatch shape-shifting. The licorice headbutt.
Look at them, all three in the same pose.
Oh, that picture that I took the other night and I sent you a message with the full color. That one didn't look normal. He looked so dark brown and just he just looked different. And they better hurry up and eat because when the bucks come, they take over. These females know they cannot get up there and eat, and the buck, he hogs it down like, no, my turn.
Maybe that's what they're looking at, waiting to see if anybody's going to kick them out of their eating spot.
Eat before the big guy shows up. I don't see anyone else yet. Oh, cool. I'm glad they showed up. I was really starting to get concerned that we haven't seen a fox or a stray cat or nothing outside tonight. It's just not normal.
Well, it's not normal because we saw 1,000 birds that we shouldn't be having right now.
Oh yeah, that's and robins. Yeah, got invaded by robins and grackles. I still think they came up here because of the winter storm, the ice storm, and they flew up north.
And all of a sudden, the blue jays showed back up.
Put a can of gas out there, you'd have gas under $3. I'm not sure what our gas is right now.
Two.
And we were just at Casey's tonight, and I didn't even notice. I just wanted my
I
tenderloin.
remember 280, I think. It's not down to 250 or some states are like close to the $2 mark now.
Wow. 216 in Montana. That's crazy.
Maybe they're hearing the dog pacing around upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, they're all 216, 223. We're under $3 anyway.
And I was watching.
I think it was 285.
Hey, Dwarf, I was watching Smoke and Scan earlier on all the chaos and what was going on in downtown LA. And the helicopter was showing the area of that gas station that is still $8 a gallon. And yes, Smoke and Scan called them some nasty names. But that guy's still selling for $8 a gallon. I think you know what I'm talking about or where that guy's at.
$8 a gallon.
That's ridiculous.
Somebody needs to go in and shut him down.
$4.15 a robin is. Blazer says $4.56 there. $2.23 where Corey's at. Robin's cat's pawing the 3 deer on the TV. Turn it on during the day with all the grackles. I mean, they had that area covered. It was nothing but grackles throughout that whole area, and they were just scarfing stuff down. There's got to be some left on the cobs. We got 2 barrels still filled with corn cobs that we got from the field. So I've been kind of giving some to the deer instead of buying bags of corn. So they're eating regular corn now instead of apple-flavored deer corn. Until we get out of town. They're so pretty. They remind me so much of goats.
How nice their hooves look.
They're so fluffy. Everybody's healthy this year with all the food that I've been giving everyone.
Oh, the foxes look beautiful. Skunks are pretty. Deer are all nice and healthy.
I haven't seen a skunk in a while, and I haven't seen the possum in a while either. I think the last thing that I saw was the raccoon right before this last storm. So actually, I haven't seen the raccoon since he was here pigging out right before that cold snap and the storm. They must all be hunkering down. Yeah, how do you stay in business with the $8 a gallon? That's what I was wondering. How's that guy still open? Who actually is stupid enough to go there when you can go a couple blocks and find it a lot cheaper?
I don't know. Unless that's the only place you can get gas in that whole area.
Yeah, Dwarf said, yeah, it's across the street from Elvira Street, like 10 minutes away from me. Yeah, Smoke and Scan named them a few choice names. No webcams are good for cats, especially during the day with all the birds and the bird feeders. And if I get up early enough, I try to switch them over to the bird feeders. Still haven't seen it. Huh?
I said, well, we've reached almost our 3-hour mark.
Wow. Still haven't seen that fourth one. That wandered off somewhere. One found the backyard because there is corn by that rock waterfall, and one did find it last night. And then walked through the yard.
Yeah, I bet people do just go up and fill up and don't even pay attention. They just know they need gas and just go pump. That one's looking out in the field for some reason.
And you can tell the ones that are a little bit smaller, they have to been the babies from last year and they're still hanging out with their mom. They're just a little bit
Oh,
smaller.
you see that? They're getting a little fight going on.
Well, I've noticed some that here lately. I think, they're getting ready for breeding season here soon. And I think they're trying to wean off some of these littler ones, saying, hey, okay, a year's up. You're going to be on your own. And they've been kind of chasing them away.
That one either just said something to her or it bit its butt or something because it started raising its hoof at it.
My corn. Mine. Still not seeing anybody else heading up yet. So now we're down to 2. Dog man snacks.
Doggy snacks, Scooby snacks.
Well, I threw out a dead frozen mouse from one of the buckets the other night, and I saw the fox come and get it. And he grabbed that frozen dead mouse, and he took off running with it. Mouse jerky.
That's funny.
And then I threw out some hard-boiled eggs. I gave the chickens most of it, but I saved some of the hard-boiled eggs without the shell. I gave the chickens the shell, and then I threw out a bunch of hard-boiled eggs last night.
Right?
Some of them got frozen to the ground, and he was trying to get it out, all directions, trying to bite this egg, trying to get it out of the ground. He ended up finding some of the hard-boiled eggs last night, too, and took off with them. They look like bookmarks, one on one side, one on the other, almost identical.
Almost touching butts.
No, don't touch my butt. Good night, Robin. Yeah, we're going to probably get off here in a little bit ourselves. And
yeah, we're going to go a few more minutes, then we'll be done.
I don't see a 4-hour show tonight. We got half tenderloins to eat upstairs.
Mousesicles.
You know what? Do they not have macaroni and cheese anymore at Casey's? I'm not seeing them advertise that, and it's not up in their little thingies either. Wonder if they start making.
They might not.
Huh.
Oh, looks like other deer's wandering off now too.
I had what looked like a deer, but it was red and had to have weighed 300 on the hose. Ran out in front of me at the end of the bridge a week ago. That thing was longer than a width of my pickup truck. Wow. Well, the buck that we had the other night, this guy was huge and he was really red colored, very bright.
Right around high school, me and my best friend went out to Uncle Orrin's farm, and he has these woods and a pasture right in the middle of it. And so we're walking, we're squirrel hunting, and we're walking down this path. It was like a cow path or deer path. And we stop and we're sitting there talking, and the dog's with us. Uncle Orrin's hunting dog. And I look over to my side, and there is the biggest deer I ever saw in my whole life. It was taller than I was. I mean, its rack and its head was above me. And it's only, I don't know how many feet from us. It must have just stood still and we surprised it or something, because it just stood still. but it was huge. It's just like what Corey was saying. This thing was huge, but it was old and gray. Had a big old gray looking beard or hair coming down from its chin. Hugest rack I've ever seen in my life.
Mm.
And so it was only there for just like a minute or so, and even if that, because then all of a sudden the dog realized it was there and it started barking. Then the deer, one leap, it was over the fence and gone. But that thing was huge. I can't imagine how much it weighed. It was like I said, from its shoulders to its head, it was taller than me.
It was a Wendigo.
I don't know what it was, but it had the biggest rack I've ever seen in my life on any deer.
Yeah, Harold said
even the ones that people say are record holders, this thing was massive and big.
Bearded deer are cool looking.
And it was old too. Its whole face was white and gray with some color, but not really brown. It was like gray and white. It almost looked like an elk or something like that you would see, like an elk or a caribou kind of looking. I mean, that's how big it was. It wasn't like a little white-tailed north. It was crazy.
It was really cool here in a couple hours when you start seeing the moon come down. It's really neat seeing the deer out there with the full moon in the background. So yeah, so tomorrow's full moon, official.
Full moon, and have to see how much snow we get tomorrow. That's when we're supposed to get our blizzard. If we get it, then if we get past that,
I didn't think we had any.
Wednesday's, I think, our first day where we go above freezing and 30 degrees.
So they are calling for snow tomorrow because I haven't seen any forecasts.
That's what they say.
Oh, all right. And then the main storm is out east.
Tonight, well, morning now or before. This is when we're supposed to get our snow. Then it heads out east to the rest of the folks.
That's probably why we got all those chemtrails these last few days. Man, they got us hard these last few days.
Well, Chicago's definitely getting the lake effect snow. They're supposed to get pounded again.
Wow. All right, Harold's going to go out filming tomorrow night.
All right.
Blazer said no blizzard. I heard it's going to Chicago.
That's why I said they're getting the lake effect for sure. Then the storm coming down out of Canada and the upper U.S. is supposed to go right across Chicago, Great Lakes area into Indiana, then down to the East Coast. That's when the Carolinas are supposed to get hit.
Our last deer just walked off. Well, at least we saw 4 of them.
Well, it must be time to quit then.
And I'm just glad I saw them because it just, like I said, normally you do see a fox or the Siamese cat, something. The deer usually show up a lot earlier than this. So I'm glad I at least saw them. It's cold in Chicago. The politicians in hand. Their hands. They're all pocket. Blazer.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming. We love you. Please hit the like, share, and comment if you can to help us with the algorithm. We're starting to get bumped up a little bit here on views. Of course, we were just on Clyde Lewis's radio network that went nationwide with Lynn Monet on her radio show on his Ground Zero Plus network, which went out on radio stations and online. So that's helped us some, and we're starting to get closer to the 2,000 subscriber mark. So please share us out and help us with the algorithm and stuff like that if you can. And once again, like always, we love you. Thank you for coming. We appreciate your guys' comments and hanging out and chat with us and putting up with all the silliness that goes on.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with us for a few hours.
January has 60 days. Feels like it, doesn't it?
So much love, everybody.
So please go over to our merch shop if you'd like, and at least check out our designs and let us know if there's anything you like, anything you think we're missing, because we're going to be adding more stuff like Robot Grandma or America's Legends, which is our cryptid line where we have Mothman, Dogman, and a werewolf. I guess Dogman or werewolf is the same thing, and then Bigfoot, obviously. So we're going to be adding some more cryptids to that.
And Harold, give Christy a big hug. And stay warm, everybody. Especially when you're out.
Stay safe. Don't go out unless you have to. If you got the blizzard or the snowstorm coming, and make sure you go out and get your bread and milk.
Yeah. Toilet paper.
All right. Love you guys. Thank you for coming. Keep looking up.
Keep your vibrations high.
We'll see you next time.